I'm going to be giving you a tour of a cave in the Oblivion Remastered that can only be completed using glitches. The reason is, this was an unfinished cave in the original. They tried to fix some of it, but did not complete it. So this is going to be left of Bleaker's Way and is called Unmarked Cave. In the original, there was a big problem right at the start. There is a door right here. In the original Oblivion, this required a quest item that simply did not exist. As you can see, they changed that to a very easy lock. So the developers are aware of this cave, but they didn't actually finish it. So we're going to get through this cave, and it's going to take a little bit, but I just want to show you that there's a lot of very unfinished parts. Let's put it that way. Two main ones. And they're very easy fixes that could be done. But there's no denying it's an unfinished cave. So we're going to go ahead and go into the mazeway to get to the first part I want to show you that is unfinished. All right, so that bears down. We are now going to and I'm going to go ahead and drop a quick save, just because I can. And if you look here, this rock goes down, which is an intended mechanic in this cave. You approach the rock, and it goes down. And if we go up here, and we're going to turn here, and I'm going to check my map here. Yeah, there we are. You might already have noticed real quick in that map, something's wrong. This is to nowhere. If you fall off this, if I do a big jump, again, I'll do a quick save just in case. Generally, it just throws you back inside. Yeah, so I'm back inside. That is not supposed to happen, very obviously. So this part of the cave was not fixed, but I want to show you the other part that wasn't fixed and how we're going to get past it with a glitch. So I'm going to go ahead and die. Also, by the way, there's people that didn't like my video on how to kill them because I didn't mention every possible way, like silver weaponry. I think it's just more expected for people to have an elemental weapon or elemental arrows than it is for them to carry a special weapon to kill them. And sure, you can use Daedric stuff, but by then, I'm assuming if you're at that level, you already know how to defeat them because you probably... See, this doesn't open. Huh, that's interesting, huh? Oh, it does! Wow, look at that! Rock's open! And it was closed. Is this one gonna open? And look at that! This one opens. So that's the mechanic. That's what teaching you. But what I was saying is, by the time you have Daedric weapons, you already know what you're doing. So I didn't really include that because elemental will work, and it's easy to get. So, I'm gonna go into here. And I don't remember which direction we're going to go, so we're just going to explore this unfinished project real quick. And you know what? Actually, what we're going to do is, to save time, is we're going to head back outside this, and I'm going to show it to you from the other direction. So you can see it, and I'll explain what's wrong. So now that I have shown you how to access the Black Queen section of the cave and shown you all of the different problems we have on the right, I want to go back to the left because this will really showcase the issue we're having. So, if you go to the left, we will encounter more wildlife. And just so you know, the wildlife we encounter, it might be lower leveled if you're lower level than me. So maybe don't worry about it if you're stressed about what you're seeing. And we are looking for a hole in the ceiling. Right here. And right now, something's coming to us. There it is. Now, what you can do, and some people have talked about doing, is you can, like, take the bodies, and people are taking the bodies and stacking them and trying to get on top of them and use athletics to jump up in here. Or what you can do is, I'm not going to do it probably all the way, but there is a glitch where you can fly in the air using a item. So like here is Fin Gleam. You take it like this, you grab it, and you can move around and manipulate it, and eventually you can get it so that it will let you float up in the air. I actually performed this glitch when I first explored this cave, but for the sake of the video, and because as you can see it's a little finicky, I'm going to be doing console commands to make this just a little bit easier in this process. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab Fin Gleam, and we are going to go ahead and Ghost. And if I use Ghost, I'm up here, just like I would if I use the flying glitch with the helmet. If you want to know how to do that, I will have a video for you in the pinned comment. But up here is a chest with rewards. As you can see, we got Flawless Sapphire, the base King of Blades. We have all sorts of stuff. This is going to be just your monster loot chest, your average one. But the key thing is, in the original, this was empty, so they fixed this too. Now, as we leave here, we're going to immediately head into the other side of the Black Queen's Hall. And you'll see why I decided to do it this way, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to head up to this rock. And eventually, it'll recognize us and let us out. There it is. And where's the exit? I'll check the map. There we go. And look, the rock came back up. And if you go back over to the rock, you see it lowers, because that's the way this dungeon works, right? And you're about to see that this dungeon doesn't always work. Again. So now we're going to go up here. And here's a rock. Awesome, it opens. And we go back. Look, it came back up. So now let's just go back through. Yeah, so this rock doesn't work. This is the end. If you follow the cave normally, you cannot bypass this because the rock does not work. Which is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. There's just the pressure plate or whatever of it does not work. You can't get through. And I don't know a way to get through this side with a glitch. So what you have to do is go and get up through that ceiling one way or another. Can't even do this with the power of whiskey, I don't think. We'll check. But I think whiskey is failing us. Let's see here. Try dashing while we do it and try another whiskey. Yeah, it's not going to do it. So you have to go up through that ceiling, as I showed. This is an unfinished cave. The unmarked cave is unfinished. Who would have thunk? So, basically, if you are someone who wants to get access to this cave and explore it, you have to do it partway backwards, as I showed. This is just that glitch where you're taller than you're supposed to be, by the way. You can trigger it super easy by drinking that whiskey that I just took. I have a whole video beating the game with whiskey, by the way. This height actually allows you to beat the game. So, hopefully this helps some people out that just wanted to have something unique to look at. Unmarked Cave. This is something they tried to fix, something maybe they will fully fix in a future patch. But until then, it is not something I would suggest people explore.